We worked today on reviewing our 3-digit addition as we work on wrapping up that unit tomorrow. They had this review that they worked independently and then we're bringing to me to check and kind of conference with. They started with some adding hundreds that was horizontally and vertically. Then they had 10 more and 100 more that was horizontally and vertically. Now on number 7, I will work some of that with you. They struggled a little bit with identifying what they started with before they added 10 or 100. So I reminded them of when we had talked about what is 10 more, what is 100 more. Okay, so I don't have any ones that I'm going to change, so my ones will stay the same. So what plus 1, and I apologize, my pen is not wanting to work, will equal 42. Well, 41 plus 1 equals 42. On number 8, we're adding hundreds, so my 10s and 1s won't change. So what plus 1 will equal 5? 4 plus 1 equals 5. We had some missing add-ins with some open number line. A lot of the kids struggled here. We worked on it yesterday. We did some small group. We broke the models out trying to figure out what we needed. We've done a lot of it. They're just still struggling with them. I told them to at least check it and try and get to the right answer. So here on number 9, I have 294. And I've got to figure out what am I going to add to it to end at 500. Well, our biggest move is a leap of 100. So 200, 100 more is going to be 394, and I can do that. That's still less. So 394. Another 100 is going to get me to 494. Still less than 500, so I can do that. Another 100 would get me to 594. That's too much. So if I move 10 more, that's going to get me to 504. That's still too much. So I have to move by ones. So 494, 495, 496, 497, 498, 499, 500. So all of these were hops of 1. So now I've got to look and see what did I add to 294 to get to 500. Well, I had 2 leaps of 100, I had 0 10s, and then 6 hops of 1. And I told them to check it. So 294 plus 206, 4 plus 6 equals 10, carry my 1. 1 plus 9 is 10, 0 more is still going to give me 10. 1 plus 2 is 3, 2 more equals 5. I had a lot that were trying to add 294 and 500, and I said, when you read that, 294 plus 794 does not equal 500. They had some where it asked them to use models to add. I told them it gave them the models. That was just one strategy. For some, it was confusing. For some, it helped to have the 8 ones and the 3 ones and to be able to group them together to make another 10. And then to have 8 10s and 2 more to group into 100. For some, that worked to then be able to see that they had 500s, 2 10s, and 1 1. However, I told them that's just a strategy. If you need to come over here and write the standard algorithm, I am perfectly fine with that. 8 plus 3 is 11. 1 plus 8 is 9. 2 more makes that 12. 3 more, makes that 12. 1 plus 1 is 2. 3 more makes that 5. I told them they didn't necessarily have to use this. It was there if they wanted to, but that standard algorithm on the side worked just as well. Any of the strategies worked to check their work. So then were asked to write and solve the equation that is modeled. Several of them got confused. This one is going to be my first add-in, and I had reminded them to circle their addition sign. This is going to be my second add-in. So if I look here, I have 100, 5 10s, 3 1s. My second add-in has 200s, 4 10s, and 5 1s. They can add the 1s, 10s, and 100s, or again, if they wanted to come over to the side and use standard algorithm, perfectly fine with that. 3 plus 5 is 8. 5 plus 4 is 9. 1 plus 2 is 3. So my answer would be 398. Underneath that, they had some addition problems that they could use any strategy to solve. Below that, they had some standard algorithm. And then the review ended with 2-word problems. So number 21, and I reminded them to use our bite strategy. Bald Knob Elementary has 182 second graders and 139 third graders. How many students are at Bald Knob Elementary? Okay, so breaking it down, has 182, 139. So I've broken it down, identifying my question by underlining it. How many students are at Bald Knob Elementary? Now I can try a strategy or two. So I'm going to try standard algorithm first. 182 plus 139. 2 plus 9 is 11. Carry my 1. 1 plus 8 is 9. 3 more makes that 12. And then 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. Now my T stands for try strategy or 2. So I'm going to try another strategy. I could have used my expanded form. 182 is equal to 100 plus 80 plus 2. And I'm going to add that to 139, which is equal to 100 plus 30 plus 9. Adding down, 2 plus 9 equals 11. 80 plus 30 equals 110. And 100 plus 100 equals 200. So 200 plus 110 is going to be 310. 11 more is going to make that 321. So I have solved it 2 different strategies and came up with the same answer. So I can rest assured it's probably correct. And I make sure that I have explained it, that I have showed my work for my teacher. And then number 22, it said the second grade has 178 boys and 166 girls. Do you need to regroup ones to find out how many second graders there are in all? Explain. So we still broke it down by boxing in our actions, circling our numbers. We identified our question. Do you need to regroup ones to find out how many second graders there are in all? Now this one we had a conversation of if they gave me a number, did that answer my question? Do you need to regroup ones to find out how many second graders there are in all? No, the answer doesn't need to be a number. It needs to be a yes or a no. So I said, let's look at our ones. We have 8 ones and 6 ones. 8 plus 6 equals 14. Could I put that in a ones place or would I need to regroup and carry? We would need to regroup and carry. So my answer would be yes, you would have to regroup the ones because 8 and 6 add together to equal more than 9. Now, it didn't have to be exactly that wording, but pretty much something that explained to me that they, or let me know that they knew that they would have to regroup and why they were regrouping. I hope this helps as your child does their homework and reviews for their test tomorrow. I'm looking forward to seeing great grades on this. Thanks.